was salvage. It wasn't stolen. There's a difference.
So yeah, so you are gathered. There's a level of excitement in the air. You're gathered at Zobek. So let's go ahead and start, I guess, left to right. I show Bill B is the first character, so go ahead and introduce yourselves. And tell us about who you're playing. You might be on mute, Bill. Is Bill around? Bill! Does anyone hear Bill? Does anyone hear me?
He wants you. He wants the last.
Who wants to go last? Okay, let's move on to Azerahan. I see him. Okay, gotcha. All right. So Azerahan, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character.
It's Azerahan. You can call me Crush. I am playing Toyotama. I think I've played with everyone here. So there's not much introductions that need doing. Um, she's feisty, she's braggadocious, and heaven help you if you're wearing metal that's not easily taken off.
Right, as the Hound Knight learned when
the hard way.
The hard way.
Or she would say the hot way.
Right, running out of hit points way. Right, and you're a blue dragonborn, correct? You're a blue dragonborn.
Chromatic blue dragon.
Chromatic blue dragon, correct? So you're, you're a dragonborn of many talents. And Dorben, go ahead and introduce yourselves, right?
I'm Dorben. I'm a elf-marked human. I am also a bard, and my friends know that I have an affinity for the woods and the fauna, and I often will raise thorns out of the ground or vines to tangle the enemy, as well as minor heals as I cast my bardic inspiration. Dorben is a little naive, but he's making his way through life. He's traveled with Toyo and Hellbore and Felwyn all before.
Sure. Absolutely. And do you really have a little cigarillo clenched in your jaw?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, he looks, yeah. From afar, he probably looks like he's 15 and shouldn't be smoking that, but...
Right? You look like a really young version of the leader of the A-team, in other words.
There you go.
Right?
But he's very slight. Think 120 pounds and 5'3".
Oh, yeah. Excellent. It's petite. Next we have Kat, who is playing Felwyn.
Yes, I am Kat. Yeah, Phelan is a Windrunner elf. You can't really tell much. She likes to wear her black and red accented clothes all the time, and her hood comes across most of her face. If you do get a good look at her, there is some slight pock marks, but not a lot. Her arms are, the tribal scarring going on in her arms. One of her arms does have a new tattoo of feathers in the wind. And if you look at her pinkies when she's not wearing her gloves, there's intertwined chains going up the length of each pinky. But yeah,
fancy,
very fancy. Has a couple swords on her and her short bow. And very surly.
Yeah, and that's an accurate description. Every time Phelan has been in an adventure, she's been a little, or maybe a lot surly.
Right. Surly but dangerous.
So yeah, surly but effective, right? It's not. It's more. How did I get stuck here with these people? A little bit, right? And
yeah, pretty much.
Right. And last but not least, we have John playing Darrow. Dero or Darrow?
No. That's from another campaign. But my name's Jack Clobberman. Some folks call me crazy. Mostly because I have a fascination with these chair legs. But they don't know the power behind them. Now, I got hired as part of the Rising Sun Guild to go on adventures. But my real goal is to make money for some wood for more chair leg. I need
Oh
some
my
for my
God.
home, you see.
A furry has gathered you together. She tells you, I got a recommendation from the Rising Sun Guild. They said that I could hire some discretionary adventurers to take care of the problems that I have. And I didn't know they'd be sending amateur carpenters as well, but I'm willing to accept any help you give me.
It's like, he pulls out his chair leg. You doubt the power of these chair legs, missy?
I didn't say anything about doubting anything, Mr. Crazy Jack. All I said is I didn't know we needed carpenters. What I do need are some brave and intrepid explorers. I have through my sources acquired the location of a black door set into a hillside. There's a landslide about 4 days northeast of Zobek, the city of Gears, the city that we are in now. It's kind of towards the mountains of Morgau to the northeast, but not in Morgau. It's just in the mountains. And apparently a landslide revealed a black doorway. And I want to get there first. The person who sold me the tip was just a mere commoner and didn't want anything to do with adventure. But I was willing to pay her a hefty sum for the location and guidance. Are you in? Are you out?
Oh,
What
we're
is it?
absolutely in. This sounds amazing.
Do you know
As
anything
long
what's
as the
in that-
money's right, I'm always up for it.
What's inside the door?
I don't know. It was
Complete
apparently
mystery?
marked with sigils or ruins of some sort. Some kind of laughing gnome or hobgoblin. Gaping maws and skulls. I don't really know the import of that. And actually, any of you can roll a religion check if you want to get the inside scoop.
I'm not proficient in it, but I will roll anyway.
You can still roll. That's a beauty of D&D 5th edition, right? You can
Yep.
totally roll. Whether you know or not is another matter. Right, so far. Wow.
All right,
So-
Azerahan, you did it.
Right? So apparently everyone except for Dorben, you're able to kind of, talk amongst each other, piece together. These are the markings of Chernabog, the foul god of darkness, misfortune, curses, and ill luck. Kind of this gnomish goblin god. Or god might be a loose term, right?
Is it a gnome or is it a goblin god?
He's gnomish. He's considered to be kind of an evil creature, but his type is not necessarily defined as gnome or goblin. He's a god. He is worshipped by those who wish to inflict or avoid ill luck.
A short, angry fellow.
We're the perfect group for this. 2 bards is lucky.
Right? It might
Oh,
even
really?
be 3 bards. I'm totally unsure how many bards we're looking at.
The all bard party hole.
Right, the all bard party is on the way.
Oh,
Right. Well, I mean, you're not today, but maybe someday. Band on the run.
Maybe.
We can deal with this god of ill luck.
Right? So Furry tells you that she'll pay you 30 gold each, and give you camp supplies on the way there, and furnish you with horses. From the money she earned from salvaging the ship that you helped with about a month ago. And she'll give you an equal share of the loot from inside this tomb or crypt or temple or whatever is on the other side of the door. She'll give you an equal share, 50-50. She keeps 50, you split 50 amongst yourselves.
Okay.
And we'll
sounds
base
good.
that on whatever we bring back.
Correct. Whatever you can find on the inside.
All right.
Dorben winks at Cat.
Right.
There's no cat here.
There's There's only Failwin.
There's
Oh,
only
sorry,
Felwyn.
Felwyn.
There's no
Winston
cat, only Felwyn.
Felwyn.
Right? Only
Sorry.
Zool.
There is
Only
no
Failwyn.
cat, only Zool.
Anyways, so I assume you are all amenable to this, so you set out on your way, right? Does anyone have any questions for her? She doesn't know much. She makes that very obvious. She knows very little about what's inside.
Well, I mean, so long as the pay's right.
Right? We have 50% of what we report is there. Right? Oh, we didn't find anything. Don't mind my really heavy coin purse. Right? Yeah.
What, the statue? I had this all along. I don't
Right.
know what you're talking about.
It's been in my possession for generations. So you set out, heading northeast. You take the road north of Zobek for some distance, and then she kind of gives you directions to veer off at some point, and you're riding kind of, through grasslands, and the grasslands give way to foothills, and she wends her way through a ravine, and nestled at the end of the ravine, in the dark shadows of the hillside, you find a partially obstructed black door. It's strange metal. You hear a humming as you approach it, and at that point, a furry, hops off her horse and stands back and kind of motions with her hands towards the door and says, here's your job. This is what I hired you to do. I'm not going in there. I wish you luck.
I see. I understand that the fear can get the best of people, but I am not one of them. Forward!
I kind of wish I had fear casted on him. My character totally would.
Right.
Keep in mind, Crazy Jack has advantage on wisdom saves against magic.
Excellent, right?
Of course he does. Of course he does.
Of course he does, right? Naturally. Yeah. So what are you doing?
We take a closer look at the door and maybe see if it's, I don't know, like a normal door. Does it have a lock, a handle?
I'd probably be looking for traps of some sort, like little holes or things like that, while other people might be looking for magic.
Do we see the sigils and whatnot that were discussed?
Yeah, you see carved into the center of the door is a sigil, like a deep groove, and around it are kind of a series of 8 smiling or grimacing faces, right? They kind of go, think of like a moon phase, but they start at a laugh, like a sinister laugh, and then they circle around to a cackle.
I'm going to ritualistically cast comprehend languages.
Sure. Okay. So you take a few minutes to enchant yourself. You mutter some words and study your books, and you're given the ability.
While Toya's doing, sorry, Will.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to say while Toya's doing that, I'll spend the time to cast detect magic.
Sure.
Also as ritual.
Also as ritual. Okay. So you two are.
And while they're doing that, I'm just examining the door.
Absolutely, right. And the door.
I'm doing so badly.
Right, and the door is and you do so. So the door is roughly 12 feet tall. It's a double door. It's 12 feet tall. It's made of some kind of black metal. It doesn't reflect much light. It reflects a little, but it's otherwise kind of grim. It looks shadowy. There's a pool of darkness on the side of the hill. Phelan, you don't see anything. Nothing stands out. Or otherwise, you don't find the trap. Is that Hellebore? Hellebor's casting detect magic. So Hellebore, you hold your holy symbol aloft and study it and pray to your goddess. I'm not sure who you worship actually.
Goddess.
So you cast your detection for magical enchantments, and the door does radiate something. It radiates magic of a mild to moderate kind of sensation. You feel a prickling on your skin.
Can I tell what what school of magic it is? I'm guessing like abjuration or something, but
evocation
could be some. Oh. Hey, everyone. I don't know if you can see it, but this door is glow. Well, you probably can't. This door is glowing a little bit with magic, and I think if we're not careful, something could happen, like some kind of like maybe an explosion, maybe lightning bolts. I'm not sure what. I think something it might be trapped with electricity or magic.
And Phelan, when you did notice that the sigil seems to be pivotable, right? You can turn it. You didn't touch it, but you it looks like it's actually like you could put your hand in the sigil and turn it like a lock.
If she's going to try and touch it, I'm gonna give her a bardic inspiration, burn one. If she's gonna like do any like trap stuff or anything like that.
I'm gonna wait until I'll probably do that in a little bit. I'm waiting for everybody to finish their
Preliminary.
detections.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Is there any languages on the door? Like I have to actually physically touch it if it's written language.
Yeah, it looks like there are
so-
sigils. There's a sigil in the middle, which looks like it says something.
What does it say?
What languages do you speak?
I ritualistically cast comprehend languages. It doesn't matter. I know what it says.
You have to touch the door.
Comprehend languages. The languages you understand are yes.
Right?
Yeah, the only caveat is I have to touch the door. That's
Right.
why I told you. So if something happens to me from touching the door, then that's why I'm letting you know.
All right, so you're touching the door.
Yes.
All right, yeah. You put your hand on the door, then you make a dexterity saving throw as bolts of dark tendrils snake out from the mouths of the door and lash
I
out
would try.
at you.
I would try to help him and like tackle him away from the door
Right.
if I could.
Right? You're like, whoa. That's one way to find the trap.
She's a her, I'm a he.
So it's a dexterity
All right.
saving throw.
Yep, hold on.
Forgot it was Toyo.
Yep.
Wink.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you leap out of the way, right?
No, she like
Oh, she. Yeah.
cartwheels away from whatever
Right.
was coming at her.
So the mouths basically erupt in these tendrils of black mist. You take 6 points of necrotic damage, half damage, as you made your save. As basically the mist envelops you, and then the mist dissipates, and the mouths you notice are all now closed.
Did I get to see what the wording was before I got blasted?
Yeah.
with necrotic energy?
So the word is Chernabog.
Oh, it's the god.
Will, is the door still radiating evocation magic?
No, it's not actually. It seems to have dissipated.
Okay.
Right.
Toyo, I think you've disarmed it. Like it's not radiating magic anymore.
Then that means we can go inside.
Well, someone
Jack
else touched the door. That's not pleasant.
All right. Before Crazy Jack walks up to the door and just opens it, Crazy Jack looks at Toyo Thomas like, Missy, do you need a bit of healing? Seemed a little hurt after that experience.
You a cleric?
Not precisely, but I do know forms of the healing art, be it very minor. And he is going to cast Cure Wounds on you.
Gladly.
And you heal for 8.
That was back a fall.
There you go.
Excellent.
And with that, Jack, without hesitation, just grabs the door and tries to push it open.
Nice, excellent. So it doesn't
Nice.
budge, but did you tell them that sigil will turn? You see the sigil will turn.
No,
Right. So
I haven't told them yet.
Excellent. So you grab the door, you try to push it open, it doesn't budge. But you do see that the sigil in the middle you could put your hand in it and rotate it.
Darn door. Always with a lock of some sort. Anyone else able to open this door? I don't think I'm able to.
Felwyn will reach over top. Like, Crazy Jack is what, halfling or gnome?
Yeah, he's a gnome, so he's tiny.
Yeah.
You can literally just reach above him.
Yeah, I'll just reach over him and just put my hand in the sigil and turn.
Yeah, and as you turn it, you hear this kind of cackling, this gibbering laughter, and the door slides open, sideways into the
Yeah.
hillside.
That laughter is not creepy at all.
Right. Not creepy. So I'm putting on the map. Let me know if you can see the map. You
I
are
see
sh-
darkness.
I had to
Got it.
scroll down a little.
Gotta scroll down. Some of you, so I might have to fix your vision actually. Some of you may not have vision yet. Does Crazy Jack have dark vision?
Yes, I did look. Crazy Jack does have the dark vision.
Sure. So let me set your dark vision. Failwind does. I think I set up Failwind's vision already. Yep, looks like
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Toyotama has light cantrip.
Yeah.
Okay, dark vision or no dark vision?
Oh wait, no. She doesn't have the light cantrip. It was cast on her.
Yeah, I do.
ukulele before.
All right.
And so I'll cast it on the ukulele again.
Okay, there we go. Okay, that works. Okay. And okay, can anyone not see the board, so to speak? Does anyone not have vision of the map?
I can see.
Can everyone see? Can anyone not see? That's the question, right? Can everyone see? I'm assuming yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
So you stand in a hallway. It's dark. There's no outside light. Only the light streaming in through the door in the hillside that you've opened. You see that there's. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that or whether
Yeah.
We
Skulls.
see a row of skulls.
Exactly. So you see rows of skulls lining the far wall right over here. Roads, there's like alcoves with skulls. And there are two doors. There's one to the north and one to the south. So there's a door here. There's a door there. They're that same strange black metal. They don't have faces, but they do have a sigil in the middle, each of them.
Oh, then.
To the
Shall
right.
we? Sorry, continue.
I was just going to say, do we want to move to the right, or do we want to keep to the left?
I vote for the north.
All right.
Sure.
And again, I'll double check the door for any traps.
Sure. Go and roll your investigation check. Right.
Or the investigationing.
More of the investigation.
Hey.
Yeah.
Nice.
So again, the sigil looks like it turns, right, like a handle of a door.
And I don't see anything on the cracks or any holes that might be darts coming out.
Yeah, you don't
or
see
anything
any
like that.
darts or tripwires or strange, sinister, mischievous mouths. No.
Okay, cool. Open the door.
Sure. Aye. Give me 2 seconds to open the door. Right. Will that work? Hold on. There we go. So you open the door. You see a stretched hallway. It stretches around the bend, right? And it's cold and dusty and silent in here.
I'll take a step in
Sure.
carefully.
Right. Step forward.
Crazy Jack just soon follows.
Good old Crazy Jack, right? So this hallway
has no
bends
fear.
around, keeps bending around the curve to the southwest or northwest as it goes.
Door here, or is it
No,
just...
that's looks like a little alcove.
Okay.
Right? It looks like a little alcove. There's nothing in there. It's just a couple of steps up, and it looks like a nook in the wall.
Okay. And I'm just being careful where I step.
Sure, right? So you're all trailing along.
That's what rogues
okay, go ahead and
do.
stop there. So Toyotama's hanging out behind. Go ahead and stop moving, everyone.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. So around the corner, Phalewin can see that. It's not lit, but otherwise you see what looks like a large sculpture, a large stone sculpture of a grinning goblin type imp. And also, so at the same time the statue comes into view, Phalewin, you feel your foot come down on the stone of the hall, and it makes a clicking sound.
Of course it does.
Of course it does. And true to Trapped Dungeon style, all of a sudden, the walls shoot forth with side blades, slashing and cutting. Right, so everyone, since you're all in the hall, everyone can roll me a dexterity saving throw. DC.
It's the entire hallway.
Yeah, what's that? It is
It's
the entire hallway.
hallway.
It is.
Jeez.
All right, let's see. Does Crazy Man Jack beast modes? I don't know how.
Right?
You know what? I'm gonna describe how he makes the save. He ducks down and uses his club as the means to stop the blades from
Excellent.
hitting him.
So you like catch this thing right before it cleaves into your face. Right? So it looks like Hellebore and Toyo fail. I think.
You're saying it wasn't
Say it.
DC 4?
Right?
It wasn't a DC 8 made it? Awesome.
Right? Oh no, yeah, sorry, I didn't see Failwind save. Right? So those of you who made it take half damage. So you take those of you who made it take 4. Those of you who failed take 8. After what seems like a forever, but it's probably only a few seconds, the side blades come to a stop, but they don't revert back into the wall. Literally, the hall is still filled with these still non-mobile slashing blades, like a Cuisinart or a mandolin, right? There's just all these blades poking everywhere, so it's difficult terrain in the hall now.
Toyo's gonna reach into her bag and pull out her potion of healing and quaff it. 'Cause
Sure.
she's hurting a lot.
Right.
Now.
Yeah. Go ahead and mark it off your character sheet, but totally yes, right?
All right. It would appear that this dungeon is a lot more than it seems. Best to keep our eyes open, as we have
Yeah.
seen.
Sorry about that.
It is all right, Missy. Again, if anyone's hurt, I will tend to the wounds. Does anyone need some cure spells?
I took a potion. I'm down 3.
I think I'll be
Can-
okay.
Can we crawl under these
Yeah.
blades as doom?
Yeah, you can crawl around them or move under them. It's just difficult terrain, right? So it's difficult to move down the hall.
Okay.
Yeah, I am now definitely gonna give my bardic inspiration to Bellwyn. Obviously, she needs the help with whatever nonsense in front of her.
Needs to investigate and look for them traps, you know.
Uh,
Yeah, my bardic inspiration. It's a decent.
So you're giving that to Failwind?
Yeah.
So Failwind has Bardic Inspiration. I think it's 10 minutes, so you got plenty of time.
excellent.
Right.
All right. So as I go along, I am checking for traps.
Yeah, go ahead
I
and roll an investigation check, right?
don't know if I made that clear earlier, but I guess I didn't. Investigation.
Nice.
Right, so you think that actually, as you get closer, you think the statue has some kind of disarming mechanism. You see like a switch on its face. It's very obvious to you. Like it looks like its eyes depress in. Even from this distance, they look like buttons. The other thing is, you may not actually be able to quite see it, but I'll tell you. There is a double set of doors right here.
All right.
And you'll see it as you go around the bend. I just want to let you know it's there.
So I'm guessing that this star is the statue.
That's a statue, yeah.
Okay.
Slowly
So
making my way.
Yeah, slowly but surely, Belwyn will get up to the statue and just do the whole Three Stooges poke in the eyes.
Right, exactly. Jab in the eyes. The blades retract into the wall when you do that.
And do I hear a click of the trap being reset?
You hear a click, and then you actually hear what sounds like a grating sound, like something locking into place.
All right. And then looking at the doors
There's
there.
a door. There's a door here.
Oh, there. Okay.
Yeah, go and roll an
Did
investigation.
you like
if you want
crawl
to.
past the door? Because it looks like there's steps right.
Yeah, it's an alcove. Yeah, it's a little nook.
Oh, okay.
Right. No, there's no door. It's only an alcove. Yeah. So these are double doors, right? They again have that sigil of Chernabog. No faces. They are otherwise unmarked. That black matte metal.
All right. Crazy Jack, you want to open?
Of course.
By all means, go first.
Gonna stay low to the ground just in case.
Right.
Bailey's
Jack,
over on the other side, hiding behind the wall.
Right.
Jack will use his club as a crowbar and just open the door.
Excellent. So you're gonna open it the hard way. Okay. Roll a strength check. I mean, that's the. Actually, it doesn't matter. You have time. It takes you well, roll a strength check to see how long it takes you, right?
My
yeah.
strength.
So, like, you are frantic with the energy of something, because like you just wedge your stick in there and jam it open. And you hear this metal snapping sound as one of them retracts into the wall completely, and the other one kind of lists and tilts towards the floor.
Well, I guess that's one way to open the doors rather than using the sigils and the door handles that they come with.
Right? I'll open this my own way. Right?
Jack, I am not what you call a smart man.
Right.
So a cautious man nonetheless.
Right. So the room before you, it's a hall. You see alcoves along the way. You see, it's a large hall. It looks like it extends for, good 50, 100 feet. You can't quite see where it ends, but it keeps going. The floor is scattered with coins, and you see the glint of silver and gold and other metals kind of shining in your light.
Ooh.
Right, but it's scattered all around the floor. Like, it's not just piled. It's like just basically thrown everywhere. And in the center,
Toyota's gonna say that's an obvious trap.
right? And in the center of the room is a large black sphere. About the size, it's probably 8 feet wide. It's round. It's a spherical. Actually, it's shaped more like the Epcot Center. It's got multifaceted. It's got like 1,000 facets. It's a D1000, if you would. And it sits in the middle of the room.
Is it resting on the floor?
It is resting on the floor, yes.
And what color is it? Oh, you said black.
It's black. It's deep black, Stygian black.
Similar to the doors that we've been going
Similar to the
through?
doors, but it looks like it's stone, not metal. Yeah. What do you do?
Again, very carefully and looking for any traps. Balewin will start walking in.
Sure.
I'll follow you.
Right. Okay, well, that's more than enough. You step into the room, true to form, right? You
Looking
expected,
for traps, I said.
right? No, yeah. Well, you don't see any traps.
Okay.
What you see is the sphere starts to spin. It starts to spin really strongly. I mean, think of like the way a pool ball spins when it has a lot of English, right? Like it's rotating at immensely high speed, and it starts to rip down the hall towards you all. So everyone roll initiative.
Oh boy. Let's see.
Does it look
Crazy
like
Jack-
it'd fit through the door?
Yeah,
All
looks
right.
like it would just fit through the door.
Of course.
Oh god.
Da, 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 da. This is Indiana
Right,
Jones.
I'm very glad I'm off to the side.
Right.
What crap for initiative.
Oh my lord. This thing might go before us, Jen. Oh, okay, it's not that fast. Good. Good.
Is that everyone? We have everyone. That was quick.
Yeah.
So Dorben, you step into the room just in time to see this thing start to spin like the Dickens, and it looks like it's going to head straight for you.
Dorben points. He grabs a couple of leaves out of his pouch on his hip, and he holds his hand out, pointing at it, and casts entangle. So my intent here is to raise vines up out of the ground that grab this
Sure.
thing.
Man, that is a miserable turn of events for one large sphere. Is it circle? Right there, yeah, thank you. There it is. This entangle appears. So out of nowhere, the moss and lichen on the floor erupt into a verdant overgrowth, like a jungle of difficult growth. Yeah, and it is restrained. So it is not moving anytime soon. Now, restrained means its movement is 0, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. That was probably
Correct.
the best move you could cast on this thing.
Restrained is moving 0, and I'm trying to. I have to look at the condition. I don't remember if it's disadvantage or
No,
auto
no, I
failure.
think that's
Attacks against
grapple,
the creature
right?
have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. And the
Yes.
creature has disadvantage on dex saves.
Is that restrained?
Okay, it's incapacitated. That is the auto fail.
Yeah, incapacitate is a
It
whole
was
other,
one or the other. I always forget which one it is.
right?
And I'll move up 5. I'll actually move 10 feet, 5 up and to my right, and just maintain that concentration.
Sure. How long does entangle last? Is it one minute?
1 minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not that I think it'll matter. I just want to put it on the board so I can remember that it exists.
Sure. My
Right.
turn still.
Right. So it has to use its action to break free. Wow. That's rough. It'll start spinning. It'll try to break free. Is he DC 14?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it tears free of your vines.
Yeah.
Tears up towards you, but I don't think it can actually attack you.
Difficult terrain until it gets out of that spot.
Yeah, I know, right? It's got a move of 50. 40? Hold on, 10. There's 20.
Mm-hmm.
30? Let's move to there. Okay, so it tears up the hall. Tearing free of your undergrowth and your moss, and it heads
Yep.
straight for you. It's gonna stop there, right?
Yep.
Failwin.
Well, Phalwin has no spells. She's not like that. So she's going to try to get out of the way, and she sees the alcove. So 5, 10, 15. She gets into the alcove and goes right to the back.
Sure.
And
Are you
what
using your
can she
bonus
do?
action to disengage?
Yeah,
Okay, just wanted to check, right? Because
yeah. If I go by it, I'm not attacking or anything. I'm just going disengage, dodge out of its way, go to the back, and jeez, what can I do against this thing?
Shoot it.
Yeah, I think that's all I can do. Is just I'll take my short bow and a silver. I'm assuming it's magic, so I'm going to take a silvered arrow and I'm going to try to
Sure, take the shot.
miss.
Yeah, it just shatters against the stone. It doesn't do much. Toyo. Right.
Okay, so obviously this thing like attacks because it like went 4 people. Um, so she doesn't know exactly what it is, but it appears to have some sort of sentience to like harm people. So I'm gonna bane it.
That's a thing you can do. Is that a charisma save? It is a charisma save, right?
Ooh, that's good stuff. Charisma saves are the
It fails because
Fails.
it doesn't have a charisma. Oh, it's not no longer restrained. So let me take that off.
That's fine.
But no, I
But,
had a
mean,
marker on it for restrained. Alright. Are
But
you maintaining the Are you maintaining the entangle?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, you want me to put it back there
Yeah,
for
let's
you?
put it back just in case we need to keep track of where that is.
Right.
Alright.
And then as a bonus action, since I know he's got the chops for it, I'm going to do my inspire greatness on Hellebore.
Sure. So Hellebore feels fantastic. Like he
Yep.
can kick butt.
Toya will play a power riff on her ukulele.
Right? Crazy Jack.
All right. Crazy Jack just walks up. While he's walking up, he grabs out one of the chair legs. As a bonus action, he casts his shillelagh.
Excellent.
So
Right.
ignore the roll. I didn't mean to roll for that. I was just wanted to show the description for it.
Sure.
I don't know why I did that.
'Cause
But he's gonna
attack.
walk up and he's gonna walk up and try to attack it.
Sure, you take a swing.
Using the improvised clobber feature.
No idea what that is.
Why did it say started form archer? Sorry.
That's okay.
Let me do that.
Yeah, so
proper
you
this time.
whack it. It doesn't seem to do much. Oh, well, what are we doing? We got multiple attack rolls here. I'm gonna take
The last one was start.
I'm gonna take the
okay,
12 because I
one?
think it's the same attack. So.
Yeah, you're right. Then yeah.
Right, you smack it.
All right, that's fine.
It doesn't seem to do much.
Doesn't do much.
Right, you're like, maybe I should smack it harder.
Yes, that's the answer.
Right?
Perfect answer.
This thing is still spinning wildly, like seems to be picking up speed. Hellbore, your turn. You feel great. You feel inspired by Toyo's encouraging words.
All right, I'll charge in here and stab at it with my short sword.
Man,
that's a 10.
My
Guessing
God,
that
you're
didn't
just rolling
hit.
terribly.
Your rolls are so
I am-
bad. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, they're really bad. Hopefully, I'll get through all of them soon.
All right,
I'm going to stay here, though.
Sure.
In advance, I'm going to apologize to everyone. I exist, and I have a really bad history of getting unlucky rolls. Dorben knows that way too well.
Contagious bad luck.
I remember that.
Potentially contagious. I think you were in the adventure where I managed to roll 2 nat 1s with advantage twice.
Yeah.
Excellent. Dorben, your turn. Right? So this thing is broken free of your entanglement.
Yeah, I see that. I'm going to maintain concentration. I can't move it, but it seems smart to do. I'm going to, as my action, I'm going to raise my hand crossbow and cast a cantrip, which is Clockwork Bolt.
Sure.
That requires a shot.
Right. Take the shot. That is a
Roll
hit.
21 to hit.
Yeah, 21. So your crossbow bolt slams into it, yielding a loud cracking sound as parts of it fly away. Is that 6 slashing added to your piercing damage?
Sorry, no. That's if it doesn't pull it out on its turn, then it takes that 6 slashing next turn.
Oh, since it has no opposable thumbs, this is going to be tough.
It's going to just keep getting hit by the thing.
I'm going to, as a bonus action, I'm going to shout out to Crazy Jack. You know, you're just getting wound up here, man. You're gonna do better this time. And I'm gonna hand him a bardic inspiration.
Excellent.
So I'll take a step 5 foot back, and my turn's done.
Let me put a plus on Jack so we remember here. Gosh, there we go. Excellent. And your entanglement continues to grow abundantly back there. Right, this orb picks up speed. It's got 2 people. That's gonna roll. 1, 2, 3 is Crazy Jack. Looks like 4, 5, 6 is going for Hellbore. It spins and guns it for Hellbore. That is a 26 to hit.
Oh my god.
Oh. So that hits.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We're tier 1. That hits.
Right for 10 points of damage.
26? Wasn't 25, right? Oh, okay. Then that hits.
Slams into you.
All right. Well, on the plus side, I wasn't concentrating on any spells.
Right.
So
How is it 10 points?
+5.
Plus 5 strength.
Plus 5 strength. I don't have a stat block in
you
here.
didn't put the straight. Oh, okay, you didn't stat block it. Gotcha.
Yeah. Failwin, your turn.
I mean,
If you didn't do it before, the clockwork bolt would go off.
Oh,
on
that's
the end of
right.
its turn.
And what's that look like? Does it explode?
No, these little like razors come out of the head and just spin around and gore whatever it's. stuck
Excellent.
in.
So the bolt begins. You hear this spinning, grinding sound, and sparks and stone fly out of the hole that the crossbow bolt was in. Failwin, your turn. Yeah, and it looks. You see small chips and nicks out of it.
Seeing how hard Hellbore got hit, and then realizing that the orb is the same size as this alcove, so I really don't have any good
Protection.
cover or protection that I thought I would. Felwyn's going to say, I think it might be a good idea to just get the hell out of here. And then she's going to come up here and stab it with her silvered rapier.
Sure. That's a hit.
nice.
You hit it.
17.
Totally hit it.
And that is 12 damage.
Sure.
I am
Okay.
going to disengage.
Sure.
So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and say, let's go.
And you step back. So you,
Oh, yeah.
this thing is chipped and dinged. Toyo. Oh, wait. Actually, I guess a Bane wouldn't have affected it, actually. It still would have hit. What is your AC, Bill?
19.
Oh, yeah,
So,
Bane
no,
would
I
have still hit
still
it.
would
All
have done it.
Toyo, your turn.
Okay. I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know if it'll work, but I mean, I'm gonna try vicious mockery.
Sure. Well, yeah. It has a really crappy. Well, no, it is
Did it make
relatively
a thing?
unaffected. It's unaffected by your vicious words. Right.
Okay, well. All right. Well, so it's save or suck. So sucked.
Yep. So it.
She made a comment about how it's not perfect round. It's actually he actually thinks he's round, but in reality it's a blade spheroid.
It's a spheroid. Crazy Jack. And you have
Well,
bonus
no,
action?
And a blade spheroid is pudgy in the middle.
Oh,
I was
gotcha.
making a fat joke.
Excellent.
Making a fat joke on the circle.
So Crazy Jack is like, takes a look, sees that he missed her, it didn't affect him, is like, it seems I need to be a little more hot. Let me teach you a lesson.
And you have a bardic inspiration, don't forget. So
I do. But as a bonus action, you see like a constellation of stars just cover through Jack's body as he takes the form of the chalice. And that's his bonus action. And his next action is to swing with Shillelagh.
excellent.
Since that does not require concentration.
That's
I'm gonna
yeah,
bardic inspiration
right?
that.
Go for it, right? Yeah, totally. No,
14?
14 it doesn't.
Oh.
Right.
As a point of order here, with my bardic inspirations have a healing seed in them. granting what the die roll is plus my charisma modifier and temp hit points. So take 7 temp hit
So you gain
points.
7 temp
All
hit
right.
points. Awesome.
All right, I'll take that.
So you feel rejuvenated. Right?
Now Jack's getting angry.
Hellbor.
All right. I'm gonna do a second wind.
Sure.
Because I need it.
Right?
Yeah, you do.
Let's see, a D10. Hey, that's
Oh,
a
nice.
great.
Hell
So
yeah.
that's plus 12. Is it plus my
It's
level?
plus 12. Plus
Yeah,
plus
plus
your
12.
fighter level. Yeah.
Yeah, so 2 levels of fighter.
So
Nice,
you
nice,
feel
nice, nice.
great.
Oh, that's all the way.
Right?
All the way.
Back to
Yeah,
normal.
so I'll try and attack again.
Sure.
So that's a
Oh,
20.
yeah.
That's-
Ooh,
the
look
crit.
at that.
Nice
Crit.
job. Good job.
and then so
That's,
do
is
I
that,
gotta, does that automatically do the crit
Yeah,
damage?
the
Yeah, it
plus
does the crit
is
damage
the plus
automatically.
the
Okay.
second die.
yeah, but there's
Cool.
plus 3 to that, right? So it's actually 13.
Good roll.
Yeah, you jam the same point at which the crossbow bolt had hit, and cracks start spreading across this thing. It looks damaged, not destroyed, but damaged. Dorben, your turn.
Oh, action surge and
Oh.
try that one more time.
Sure,
Do it
totally,
again.
yeah, right.
Get it.
Do it
Yeah.
again.
Get it.
Do it again.
Oh my God.
my god, are you kidding me?
No! Go
Jesus.
again.
Nice.
Dude,
Nice.
take my turn.
Right. So
All right,
you just
so
There you
that made
go.
up for the sucky rolls earlier.
right, you just
There you go,
jam
there you
your
go.
short sword into this thing, like clanging on stone.
Die, it's stone. Okay, so that's 10 because I get the what's it
Yeah, I
called?
got it. Yep.
Okay,
So 13 and 10. Good lord, 23 damgers. Very nice.
Right.
awesome.
Excellent. Entangle's continuing to be entangly. The orb.
I got skipped there, I think.
Oh, did you?
Dorben.
Oh, yeah. Sorry,
Yeah,
Dorben. Go
Dorben.
for it. You're
That's
right.
okay.
You're right.
Yeah, I'll
Dorben's
just take 5-foot step around the corner, and level my hand crossbow while casting Clockwork Bolt,
Excellent.
and that requires the to hit roll.
That's a hit.
18.
That's a hit.
Nice.
9 points of piercing now.
Hmm.
I'll say, Crazy Jack, you got him this time, man. Hang in there.
Does
And
that
I'll
bardic
give him another bardic inspiration,
Excellent.
All right.
and then I'll back up 5 feet,
Right.
and I'm done.
You're like Crazy Jack in there and fight this thing. Right. There we go. This is a plus. There we go. There we go. Now the orb. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3 again. Is Crazy Jack. 4, 5, 6 is. Oh, so it goes for Crazy Jack this time.
All right.
Right. It revs
me.
up. It spins towards him. That's a 22 to hit.
No,
Bane?
that'll hit. That will hit regardless. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Well, no, actually, it has Bane, so
That-
it's actually a 21. Oh, yeah, that's probably still a hit.
That's- My AC is 15. He,
Right.
he needs
So-
to roll like
oh, AC
a
15,
7
yeah.
or less.
It's gonna hit you
Yeah.
often. It hits you for 10 points as it basically tries to bludgeon you down to the ground.
Yeah.
Failwin, your turn. You've backed up
Well,
out of
it
gonna
here.
takes-
notice-
Point of order, it takes 7 points from the
Oh, it
Clockwork
sure does.
Bolt.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I forget that because it's staggered, right? So there,
Mhm.
your bolt explodes inside of it, sending sparks everywhere.
Phelan's gonna notice that no one's actually running away.
Right?
They're staying. She's gonna just turn around, sigh, run back in. And she's going to first hit with her silver rapier.
That's a miss.
I'm going to use my bardic inspiration because I also need healing.
Sure.
So-
I mean, in their defense, I mean, the door and the hallway are the same size as the orb, so
Yeah.
I think that's.
Like-
And then I'm going to
5.
use a prowess, and that's going to be for rapid strike, and I'm going to hit with my short sword. Which I
Man.
have advantage
Oh.
because I have
Yes.
other enemies around it, and there's no allies for it.
You
so
sure
23
do.
to hit.
You totally hit it.
Nice.
You hit it with your Blackguard's blade. Yes, your
Mhm.
rapier
Got that last night.
finds a place.
Nice.
So that's 11 damage.
Right. Okay. Right. So your blade chips into it. You notice that some of your attacks don't seem to be as effective as you would hope, just kind of nicking and chipping at it. You do notice that the crossbow bolts that Dorben's firing have a whole nother element of destruction to them against this thing. Toyo, your turn.
Magic.
And I think Phalewin gains 5 temporary hit points if you haven't already gained them. So.
Okay. Awesome.
And Toyo, your turn.
Just for the record, I'm not sure. Did I throw that on Falwyn or did Toyo?
Toyo threw it on Felwyn, I believe.
Oh, Toyo.
So I
did.
don't
Yeah.
think Toyo's
okay.
bardic inspirations don't
Does
have
not heal.
rejuvenating.
Yeah.
Sorry, no
Sorry
temporary hit
about
points.
that.
I was wrong.
Yeah.
Well, then I wouldn't have wasted it because I knew with the
Sure.
7 I wasn't going to hit it at all.
Fair
Right.
enough. You can keep it. It's true. You wouldn't have
Okay.
been like, I'm gonna miss this thing on purpose,
Yeah.
right? That's true.
We're different kinds of bards, that's all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Different flavor of music or,
Yeah.
bonus actions.
He's a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and roll.
Yeah,
That's it,
pretty
bro.
much. That's accurate. That's not an
We
inaccurate
have both
description.
kinds.
It's like I will make all the music puns I can when I play bards.
Right.
So she's gonna try and just mockery this thing again because
Sure.
Get him.
I mean it's
Let
like
him.
she's like
So you shout out some insulting terms. It is mocked.
Yay, viciously mocked.
It is viciously
Yeah.
mocked.
why are you
great.
being dumb? Roll 20.
Right? You
There we
hurt.
go.
You hurt its feelings. Roll your 1d4 psychic. Did you roll 4? No, I rolled a 4. I take that back. I rolled a terrible 2. It takes
Dose.
2
That's fine.
points
I
of
don't care.
psychic
I don't care.
damage.
I don't care about the damage. I just care about the disadvantage in the next
That's
attack
right.
roll.
Come on,
I
Jack.
love that it just has to be able to hear you. So you shout out insults at it that hurt
Yep.
it no matter what. Right? Like it
Crazy
It's
does,
the
Jack.
tone. It's always the tone.
right?
Yep.
It's the non-verbal. It's a verbal non-word communication.
Her mocks
Crazy
are very
Jack,
very
Alright.
belligerent.
right?
So what Jack's going to do is Jack is going to move around and go here to get him so sweet flank.
I don't give
Because
flanking.
he's getting tired of missing.
I don't give flanking. I play pretty much as straight up rules as written.
Oh,
so.
straight up.
But you're fine. You
okay.
can move around and whack it. It's thematically
Alright.
appropriate.
Yeah, flanking was only in 4E.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
no,
but
it's a
this server has a rule on flanking
It's
where
an-
if you're
it's
flanking,
an
you get a
optional.
+2 to hit.
yeah, it's an optional
Yeah,
rule
it's
for
optional.
flanking on the
Also.
server.
Oh,
Ah, okay,
I-
gotcha.
I,
That's fine then.
yeah.
Get it, man.
But
Alright,
yeah.
to hell with it.
You swing and they hit,
Finally, I hit.
right?
You just have to
All
get into the
right.
sweet spot.
right. You just
All
had,
right.
yeah, right.
So, you see as Crazy Man Jet hits this thing, the chair leg shatters as he hits it with such force that splinters are left all over the place. The chair leg
Everyone
is
throws up
magical,
her
by the
hand to
way.
block them.
Right? Phalewin's like putting up her hand as like shards of wood fly everywhere.
And you see Jack just go into his backpack, grab another chair leg.
Oh my god.
like, does it like regenerate? What the hell?
No, he's
No,
gonna
I have,
cast
like-
Shillelagh
I
on
have
this one
an-
too.
No, not this turn. What Jack is going to do, he's going to look at Felwyn, see that Felwyn is looks a little worse for wear, and he says, "Missy, I recommend you take a small rest here." And he casts Healing Word. You heal for 4 plus 11.
Oh, shit.
Is that the chalice
Plus 11.
ability? Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's the Chalice ability. Anytime I cast a spell that heals, ignore that one. Anytime I cast a spell that heals, I can choose an ally within 30 feet to heal an extra 1d8 plus my wisdom.
Interesting. I have no idea what that
Yeah.
ability comes from, but I'm sure curious.
It's one of the new druid circles.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
in
Yeah,
Tasha.
I can post it if you wish.
Nah, it's okay. I'm not worried about it. So you
Nah,
smash this
I
thing.
know exactly what it is. I play with another character that has that same
Cool.
that same circle.
Seems
Is
highly
that-
useful.
Alright.
Hellbore, right? Crazy Jack is just whack this thing with a chair leg, sending carpentry shards everywhere, right? Wood fragments all over the place, Right? Yeah, you chip away at
No
it.
fragments here, but well, maybe some small fragments of stone.
Right? You're out of
As I
range of
stab it
most of the
again.
fragments. Right? Oh,
And
Dorben.
that was the last round for my Inspire Greatness.
Right?
Rexa.
Oh yeah, it was. Oh yeah, so let me actually get that accounted for. There we go. Dorben, your turn.
Dorben shuffles to his left, raises the hand crossbow and fires with clockwork bolt.
Yeah.
24 to hit.
Consistent damage.
7 piercing. No bonus action, and he'll shuffle back.
Right.
I'm done.
Step out of the way. The entangle continues churning fronds and moss sprouting all over the place. It takes 1 more point of damage
That's
from
all.
the clockwork bolt. Yeah, it's a lot of targets available. So going left to right, it's going to go for Failwind. Right, winds up and it starts spinning towards you. That's
At disadvantage this time, though.
Oh, good call. Yes,
Vicious
sir.
mockery.
Thank you,
Wow.
Toyotama.
And then
Right.
minus what, D4?
D4.
Yeah.
So
All right,
that's a
good call.
20.
Again, thank you, Toyotama.
A 20
Yeah,
to
it
hit.
still hits me.
Yeah.
It still
Oh,
hits me.
jeez.
This thing is quite
He hits hard.
He hits you for 13.
good
Uh,
thing I
Is it,
good thing I
Yes.
healed you.
right?
Yes, it is.
As it rolls
very good
into
thing.
you, it's your turn, Failwind. This thing is less than thrilling.
Oh God. Okay.
It's like this is basically grinding against all of you, trying to turn you to pulp.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I am going to action hit it with the Blackguard's blade. Ignore the rapid
That's a hit.
strike. This is just
It's a hit.
the hit. All right, 17 hit. That is 8 damage, and then my bonus action, I'm just drinking a potion of healing.
Sure. Somehow Failwind has become the frontline fighter, duking it out with this strange black orb. Toyo,
not where she
your
wants
turn.
to be.
Right, not the optimal place for you. You can go and roll your healing and go and add it to your hit
Yeah.
points. Toyo, right?
Alrighty. Alright, let's keep the thing from like smushing people. Another mockery. Another bad roll.
Right. Let's see how it does.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, it's.
Oh.
Well, wait, actually,
No, it's gotta roll the bane.
yeah.
Oh, true.
Right.
Oh,
And
Roll a
I'm
2. Roll
hoping
a
for
2.
No, it's
Well,
got a
a
minus,
two.
so it is consistently mocked. Yeah, because it's got a negative to charisma or negative to bane.
Wisdom.
So yeah, wisdom exactly. So go ahead and roll your psychic damage as you
Heck
again
yeah.
hurt this thing's feelings. 1. And Crazy Jack, your turn.
All right. Bonus action. He casts Shillelagh on another chair leg,
Right.
and he's gonna attempt to strike again.
Yeah, damn.
That's a
Oh.
hit.
All right.
That's a hit.
Again.
Crazy Jack
You
is coming
see-
to his own.
Whoa,
That
whoa,
is
whoa,
not the
hold
roll.
Nope. Sorry. Plus, my bad.
That's a
I don't know why I added the extra 8.
That's a
but,
totally
okay,
different
now That's
game.
still good.
Right.
Yeah,
Totally different
That's
game.
still really good though.
Right.
But you just see Jack just with another chair leg just hits it so hard that it just shatters again.
Like Crazy Jack is just smashing, and this thing is cracked. This orb is cracked and broken. Parts of it are falling off.
He
Hellbore,
does
your
have a
turn.
backpack full of black chair legs.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
The answer to your question is yes. He does
That's a
have
miss.
a backpack full of chair legs.
Right? That's a miss with that attack. Do you have bonus action or no?
I'm not going to use it.
All right, Dorben.
Yeah, shuffles to the right.
Right, takes this. You
Casts.
step to the side. You cast your ever
God.
trustworthy clockwork bolt enchantment, and you
24
fire.
Dude, you are
Nice.
killing it with these
That is
hits,
awesome.
man.
Fire.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Like
know.
you. This thing is several, like a half dozen holes from where your bolts have wound their way into it, and your entangle continues in the background and takes 2 more points of damage. It is is fragmented. Parts of it are falling off. Let's see. We
Please
have.
tell me it means it doesn't hit hard.
It's going for Crazy
It's on
Jack.
Oh boy.
Come on.
It has
Jack.
disadvantage. It misses. Right. It is. It winds up. Its feelings are hurt. It's vaguely non-sentient feelings are hurt. Is it? Remembers being a rock once upon a time and how much it was bullied by the other rocks. Failwin, your turn.
All right. Silvered Rapier.
That's a hit.
For 17.
Totally a hit.
For 14, and then using another prowess for Rapid Strike, I'm going to hit with Blackguard.
That's a miss.
I'm using my
Oh yeah, right.
inspiration. It's what, 1d6?
Yes. Toil, it's 1d6.
That's a miss.
For 16?
You barely feel your blade slide off the side of the orb.
Wow.
Damn it.
This thing's AC is
17.
bleh.
Sorry, I am unable to plan attack.
Toyo, your turn. And let's see, you no longer have the inspiration. Oh, shucks.
AC 17.
Again with the
Vicious
vicious
mockery again.
Right. It fails. It is mocked. It will just consistently be mocked, apparently. You're hurting its feelings, Toyo. It would grind you into pulp if it could, but it can't reach you.
I call it the Eeyore effect.
The Eeyore effect. Accurate. Accurate. Crazy
Alright.
Jack.
Alright, second verse, same as the first. He just pulls out another chair leg. Cash Shillelagh and hits with it.
Go.
You're all probably thinking Crazy Jack is insane. I'm going to go with that
One
first
more,
attack.
and then that's one chair gone.
Why did it roll twice?
I don't know.
Use your bardic inspiration.
You do have a bardic
Alright, I'll
inspiration, right?
I do.
Is it D6? That's a hit.
Nice.
So you feel
nice.
inspired enough. The words
That-
of your dear ally come to you. What are the words that you told him when you smashed him? Like,
Very nice. Thank you very much.
right, hit this thing really hard. It is like
Yeah.
parts of it are. It is nearly shattered in half.
Just another
Right.
chair leg just shatters again,
This thing
and
is
it's just like I'm about to run out of chair legs, and this thing still stands.
Hellbore, your turn. This thing is in terrible shape. It's fragmented, broken.
I sheath my sword and cut loose with one of these on it,
Ooh.
being careful to avoid Crazy Jack.
Right? Yeah. It's got a terrible dex, I'll tell you that. It fails.
Nice.
Oh no, yeah, it does fail. Okay. That's sufficient. Your flames sear the outside of the orb,
Yes.
which explodes across the room. Not killing you with shrapnel, but sending dust and debris everywhere, right?
Nice
There's-
job, Hellbore.
There's a outrageous amount of dust and debris. The air is
And-
thick with the
It's-
rocky residue
And also burnt chair legs.
and burnt
And
burnt
burnt chair
wood,
legs.
burnt chair legs. There's very minimal airflow in here, so it's smoky and gross.
Thankfully, the chair legs broke into splinters and not sawdust, so there's no explosion.
Right? Exactly. Clean up on aisle 1.
All right.
All right, you gather up
Good
the
enough.
loot, I imagine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? You find miraculously just enough gold to bring you to 120 gold each when you include a furry's share. So,
Nice.
right.
Nice.
And a furry keeps the rest of it, right? 50-50, as agreed on. Or, you can always say that Failwin and who else was suggesting that? Like, you keep a little extra. It still figures out to 120 gold, but you're welcome to get Skullduggerous if you want to.
Yeah, that was
No.
Dorben.
That was
Yeah,
Dorben.
He was
that's
trying to
fine.
bring Felwyn into the idea of lying.
Right? Make it a little extra.
Yeah.
Grifters,
I don't mind doing that.
Grifter's gonna grift.
Good.
So a furry gets a little less, and you all still get 120 gold. She just
Sure.
gets less.
Hey, Will, can you put the rewards in the chat? Because that way I can
I sure can.
do my sheet when I get home.
Sure. I'm going to have to look at the rewards and figure it out, so I'll put them in the next 15-20 minutes. But
Alright.
everyone gets 1 session point, 120 gold. So 120? 20 times...
Mm-hmm.
Is is it 60 or 120, right?
If it's an hour, I thought it was 60.
It's 60. Sorry, everyone gets 60 gold. That's right. Everyone gets 60 gold, 1 session point. I'll put the rewards in the chat in a little bit.
Okay.
You know, definitely,
Alright,
of
thanks,
course.
Will.
Wait. Question is, is everyone level 3 or is there level 4?
I'm level 3.
Okay.
Level
Three.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tuned this for level 3, so yeah.
Fair enough. All right. No, not that. Other. Oh well. I mean, 60 gold is 60 gold. 60 gold means more wood. More wood means more chair legs.
There you go. Right. Everyone gets
Makes
60
sense to
gold.
me.
A furry is thrilled to have your assistance and tells you she will keep you all in mind for her next shenanigans. As you
Shenaniganery.
ride your horses laden with loot and covered with dust back to the city of Zobek. Right.
Thanks for running,
Tough.
man. It was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
thank Will.
Sorry to fill you all with a little bit of existential fear at the beginning there with you know,
The subways,
It's all
the
good.
subways were horrible.
The thing is that I kind of built Jack in two ways, to be a healer and to just slap people with a club.
they hit people with a chair leg, right?
Yes.
If
Hit
it
it so
works.
hard it shatters.
Right? If it works, it works. So excellent.
Yeah. I was actually kind of contemplating doing like moonbeam and stuff like that, and I was just like, you know what? Nah, chair legs.
Chair legs. Exactly. You're lucky that you put down Entangle. I gotta say that. You know.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah, that was fun.
yeah, thank you. Thank you for playing, everyone. Thank you for being willing to take time out of the day and play, right? Midweek.
Thanks for running.
Yeah, glad
Yeah.
to do it. I will catch you all again sometime soon.
Cool.
Alright.
Thanks.
See you later,
Yeah,
everyone.
Thank you.
Have a good week.
Have a good one, everybody.
There's